And we back, baby. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's Mr. One Gotta Go Show.
And this Mr. J File.
And this is the Front Page Podcast. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit the notification button. You're going to want to know when we drop hot content, man. That's just what we do here at the Front Page. But WAP, guess what?
Man.
Guess what? Now, we love hip-hop on this show.
Of course we do.
People looked at the front page. It was like, is this a hip-hop show?
Absolutely.
And we were like, yeah, but we talk about everything.
Yeah.
But hip-hop is in our motherfucking heart here at the
Absolutely.
front page. You know
Foundation.
And one day I was scrolling. And I seen the brother come up, man. And he was on there just breaking down bars. And I'm like, no, okay, hold up. I mean, he breaking down bars, like Jay-Z bars, and Kanye bars. So none other on the front page.
Come on now.
We got the one man who's showing y'all how to write better rhymes. And he got his own school where he teaching y'all how to write better rhymes.
Come on,
I'm going to call him the professor. Man. Some may call him Jeff Walker. But right here, we going to call him Mr. RHYMECOLOGY on the front page. What's happening,
Let's give it up, baby. Yeah, let's go. What's going on?
What's going on, man? What's going on, man?
The energy's up now.
Come on, bro. I told you, man. Okay. Hey, look, we flew our way to Cali, man, to come holler at the homie, man, bro. It was just... I'm a fan, bro, and I love the way you do what you do, man. I told him that at least 17 times off camera, feel me? So I'm going to give him his roses on camera.
It was only 16.
16.
Okay.
But, man, what's going on, man?
Well, first of all, man, thank you for coming out. This guy, you made a flight. You guys made a flight out here to L.A., took a car, went through LAX. No game reference, but, went through LAX to get here.
No, it was a good album.
And, man, so, I had to drive through L.A. traffic
And he did.
I had to match your energy.
He did.
I had to match your energy.
I said, man, how long did it take you to drive here? He was like, about an hour.
I said, that's love.
Light work.
That's love. He said,
light work.
Easy.
And I told him coming from Vegas was easy. It's light work. What you mean? You right up the street,
right next door. Yeah.
But, man, I just want to dive right into it, man, because hip-hop is in your heart. It's in my heart. It's in WAP's heart. And it's probably at the foundation of us all. And when did it bite you? And just when did you knew you had a knack for bars?
Okay, so I think there's two answers to that. I think I had the original love. I think the original love was kind of mixed with other shit, right? So you had your Run-DMC, you had your Raising Hell, your Beastie Boys, your LL, but it was kind of like also mixed with Bon Jovi, and you know what I mean? Like, all that, right? Then Eazy-E, when Eazy and NWA, when they kind of dropped, it was very taboo. Especially, where I was from, like it was like I was like hiding, listening to like Eazy-E, like the bitch had a dick. I was like, oh my god, what? Right? And so that was like kind of like the taboo phase. So first it was mixed with that. Then it was kind of like, ooh, I shouldn't be listening to this, so I should because I like it. Then with obviously I was living in the Bay Area, so. Early hip hop that was really hitting for me. Obviously, we had Mac Mall, Mac Dre, Too Short, Young Black Brother Records, Vallejo MCs. So that was all like that was good. Dre, obviously.
So you from Cali? Hate to interrupt. From Cali?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, long story. I lived in like 6 different countries before I was 12 years old. But from 12 years old on, I've been in Cali.
Yeah. So
he's from the West Coast. I heard a lot of West Coast in his upbringing. So, I heard it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But I think the interesting thing is, so I was really into it, like Spice One. It was really Bay Area centric. Then I lived a year in Paris, France. And so I went to a school where people from all across, the world, different countries, different states, that we all mixed at this school. And we're playing blackball 3-on-3. And they brought out a cassette tape, just a cassette, just kind of, they said, put this on. And, put it on the Walkman, on the train. And I heard Fast Life by Nas and Cool G Rap featuring Nas.
Classic record.
And that was the moment
hip hop
where lyricism. Lyricism. Hip hop was already in there.
Gotcha. Okay.
But lyricism, hey yo, I got guns from Italy, smoke trees considerably, mid-staping is where my all I be. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So let me interrupt you. So that was the first time you was listening and you was like, hold on. Let me hit rewind and see what.
So that was the first. That was the first time I got a notebook and I wrote down someone's verse word for word because I'm like, wait, hold on, hold on. He's rhyming here and here and here, but then he's rhyming here and here, and he's coming back to the rhyme from there. On the block, it rocked like Amadeus. I was like, wait, hold on, blocked, rocked. Amadeus rhymed with they tried to portray us, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, like
so much going on in some bars.
So I always say like the neurons, the brain cells, they were bouncing all over the place trying to follow it, and then they were going back and forth with each other, playing off each other rhymes. What we call it pendulumic now, safety pinning. They were safety pinning, like Cool G would have an end rhyme at the end of his line, then Nas would pick it up, starting his bar with the rhyme that he ended with.
That's dope. Yeah.
So literally probably that third verse of Fast Life by Nas and Cool G Rap was the one that bit me the hardest, as far as like, this is going to be something that you're going to become addicted to for a long time.
Long time.
Yeah, it's hard.
And been addicted.
It's hard to get hip hop out your blood.
Man, when it's in your heart, man, it's in your
Yeah.
heart. You ain't got nothing to do with that, man. He was just born that way, man. He was
Right,
just
right.
Some people born to do it. Some people just be pretending.
Right.
His brother was born to do it.
It's in you,
for
it ain't
sure,
on you.
100%. It's in him, not on him. 100%. Anytime you can write better rhymes and tell people write better rhymes and show good rhyme writers still how to write better rhymes.
So in order to, you got to be able to write yourself.
You got to be able to write.
I heard you say you write poetry earlier. That's where it really all starts from. But so you write rhymes yourself. Look,
I'm a writer. I'm definitely a writer. A writer. My first things I wrote were like short stories. Like I was writing short stories in like 7th grade that were pretty good. Like my teacher was like, one day I'm going to go get a book and it's going to say written by Jeff Walker and you're a writer. Then, started to write my own rhymes, in high school, definitely, clowned, laughed at, all that, very white area. So it was just like, why are you doing this? Right. Yeah. Then as I moved to LA, I kind of made a little name doing spoken word poetry. And my poetry, they called me the hip hop poet.
I get it.
In the early 2000s, because I would be rhyming hella multisyllabics, and I would have all these different techniques in my poems, but I wouldn't necessarily. It would be a cappella, right?
Yeah, I heard that.
And so I became kind of known as the hip hop poet. This is like early 2000s out here. Doing slam poetry. I always say I won battles on Crenshaw that not one of my friends saw, which is true.
Sure.
I'd go do talent shows, Mixed Nuts down there, and kill a 40 in the car before going on by myself. Go walk in, only white guy in the room, only guy doing spoken word, and come home with a title.
I heard that shit.
So
now I want to fast forward a little bit, man. When did you knew you had to take it to Instagram? Because that's how the world knows you for sure. Now you're bigger than Crenshaw. I mean? We could say that. You feel me? What made you take it to Instagram? And maybe before that, was you always busting down bars for your kids before the cameras came on?
Okay, so I've always been busting down bars
for sure.
Because before Instagram, I was going to a lot of these singer-songwriter workshops. My wife is a great singer-songwriter, and she kind of dragged me to these workshops or conferences too. Workshops, but I was doing workshops at conferences, I should say. And so I'd go to these conferences, and I would look around. I'm like, there's no hip hop here. There is no. I mean, what year are we in? I'm sitting here like with all this up here, hip hop encyclopedia, and I'm looking around. I'm like, nobody. And so I'm like, I'm going to do my own class. So I started doing the art of rhyming for singer-songwriters. And so I would basically be teaching them, you don't need to just rhyme 1 or 2 syllables. I'm like, you can rhyme 6 words together if you wanted to. And I was teaching people different techniques of rhyming. And so that, I did that for a number of years, and I still do it sometimes. So I've been teaching kind of the art of rhyming for a while. now as my son started to get into hip hop, you're like walking around and you're like, wait a minute, hold on. He caught that, or like he would say something that would have wordplay in it. I can't say it right now, but like, we're trying to get out of the door, and he would have some kind of wordplay.
He'd hit you with a bar real quick.
And I'd be like, wait a minute. Okay. He's cut from my cloth. Okay. Yeah, so, he got really into, I think he really got into Kanye this year, like earlier this year. He really got into him.
Hell of an artist.
And I'm like, that'll work with me. It's not little somebody, not little young somebody. I'm like, okay, I can work with that. He's a rapper. Right.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
So as he got into that, I would start to say, hey, hold on. I'm like, you heard, because he, at first it was probably just the beat. Like, I think especially for young kids, the beat is what's going to draw you in, which of course Kanye was a master of. But at the same time, I'm like, wait, did you hear, the mayonnaise color Benz, he's going to push a miracle whip. I'm like, and so
it ties together.
Slowing it down, pausing it. And so literally how it happened on Instagram was, it was the summer. It was the end of July, and you're always like, can you read a book, man? Can you do something? Like, take a book. Come here, take a book. Like, come on, man. Like, we're sitting around all day. And then so this day I was like, you know what? All right, no book today. I'm like, come here. I was just listening to Fred the Godson. I'm like, this is some literary techniques right here. I'm like, come here, Jackson. And he sat on the couch, and I just was like, you hear what he did there? His shooter's got 2 4 5s, like it's 2:45. Like, and this was the watch. I'm like 2 4.
Right.
And so I was, and then my daughter was like filming me, and then I looked at it. I'm like, I'm not gonna post that. I'm like, fuck it. All right, I'll do
post
it.
That thing.
Post it. And it was just like, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. There was 100. I'm like, I thought I was gonna get 100 views, and wait, hold on, now it's 5,000 after an hour. Wait, what's going on here? And
I know the shares was crazy.
The shares was
probably
bananas. The shares was share on all the big videos. The shares have been crazy, but it was weird, because then like people who I work with at the school, who have always had bigger views and bigger this, they were like, watch out. And then I started to see like people like Pete Rock and Rakim commenting and then Hot 97 shared it, and then different, and then on there like Fat Joe, like people were, it was like it just really caught. And so I did like 3 videos that week on Fred the Godson, right? And all of them did really well. But that's kind of how it started. Like just sitting in there, instead of my son reading, I was like, let's look at Fred the Godson's bars. And so that's that.
2 4 5, like 2:45. And then what else he say in that mug? He was like, and like just like cheap sheets, I'm gonna make everybody nose bleed or something. Shit he said, that. Something he said,
like cheap ass seats. Everybody I know bleeds.
Yes, I knew it was.
And then also Pippin in Salt Lake. I carry the mic sick.
Pippin in Salt Lake because Mike was sick.
The flu game.
Mike was.
So that was like all in one freestyle, and I was just like, oh my goodness,
bruh, bars on bars on bars, bruh. Man, Mr. RHYMECOLOGY, I love the way you bust down the bars, man. But I do have to know, and this is coming from a fan's perspective, the art that you love, right? And you just having fun with your kids, and it goes viral. How does it feel to see everybody's music that we enjoy commenting and telling you dope, and people sharing it? Like the Fat Joes and everybody like that. I mean, you didn't had a lot of people that you interact with because of this. So how does that feel?
I mean, it's overwhelming, but it's also validating. Yeah. Because when you dedicate your life to something, and you put in more than 10,000 hours.
100,000 now.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's like it's actually emotional. So I'm feeling emotional right now, but it's
that's all right.
No, it's all right,
but
bro.
it's super validating because
Fuck
it's
yeah, it is.
For sure.
you know, so many of us, like, we spend so much time writing, we spend so much time, you know, dissecting bars, and like we just have a small circle to talk to about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was happy with Pendulum Ink, which we'll get into in a little bit,
sure.
because I was like, okay, this is acknowledgement of what I've done. People respect what I do. I get to teach people this and that. I'm like, that was great. And then to now reach strangers, you know, across the world, in this way, it's like, okay, from that Eazy-E tape or that Cool G rap song till now, like, it was worth it.
For
right?
Sure.
It's worth it to know like
sure.
other people think like this, and other people are like, wait, hold on, that wasn't just one layer, that wasn't just two layers, that was 3 layers, right? And so, you know, that's a triple entendre. And so, you know, not many genres are writing triple entendres. And so I always say, look, man, if country or rock wrote like this with these kind of layers and these kind of rhymes, I might have liked that. I'm not sure, but I think that it was just the writing that drew me to it, and the creativity and the storytelling. And so it's just a blessing to be able to still talk about it. It's a blessing to be able to share it with family, and now share it with other people with families who say, yo, I do the same thing. So yeah,
that's what connected me. I was
right, because you always breaking out, but like, hold on, talk to your kids. Like, hold on, did you just hear what he said?
Probably doing that to
it's
all
like,
the time, dog. That's why I felt
but
you,
yeah,
bro.
that's super dope.
On everything, man. On everything.
So just listening, it seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong, you really listening. So it's more about what they're saying versus a style of the delivery, or do you have you know what I mean? Because it's really about what they're saying. The delivery doesn't really matter.
Boom bap.
Boom bap, that's your favorite style, the old school. Just keep it to the yeah. No, I got you. I got you.
It's all boom.
Bam.
I just saw my little Apple wrap up for the year. It was just like, your styles are boom bap, East Coast rap. But it was just like all the same. Yeah, no, like I like to be able to hear what they're saying. And so, you know, if you're rhyming over a trap drill type, like, it's not going to be as easy. And just because the cadence doesn't lend to, you know, those kind of punchlines, the cadence doesn't lend to storytelling as much. It is more of a vibe. And, you know, God bless it. Like, it's more of a vibe. Ain't
nothing wrong with vibe.
No.
But 2 Chainz said it's a vibe.
It is. But for me personally, I want to be able to push rewind on the Walkman.
They don't.
Yeah.
But rappers don't rap like that no more. Like our era, they do. But these people that's out here, like the people you happy your son wasn't listening to, the little whatevers or the baby whatevers, like, they don't rap for people to hit the rewind.
It's because the industry different now. But
you know what I mean?
Okay. So we still are rapping like that. I run a school of rappers like that, right? But there's also this other kind of subgenre, which is the vibe, which you know, encourages, you know, more incoherent mumbling, like whatever it is what it is, like. But they're still, I mean, the great MCs are still doing it, right? You can't tell me Black Thought's not doing it.
Absolutely.
Can't tell me Jada's still not doing it.
Jada's killing them.
Math still spitting bars.
Master Ace just dropped an album. Like, he's in mid-50s, like, he's like 56 or something.
And he's
still doing incredible albums from 2003 basically into 2001 till now. You should look at his catalog. That catalog right there is a Hall of Fame. And then anyway, so I'm going off track. But then, you know, his whole thing before that was already a Hall of Fame. So, but anyway, so people are still doing it. People are still doing it great. We were just talking about Sci-Hi.
Absolutely.
Like, that freestyle he did on LA Leakers was just last year. And that's some of the best lyricism you'll ever hear. I was just up at Sway in the morning with Chilla Jones and Mickey Fax and Show Rocka, killing it. Not old school, but in the, true school style, right?
Right.
And that's why Sway loved it so much, because that's, who he is, right? And that's who we are.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that we might say that the majority of the younger artists are not rhyming like that. The majority.
For sure. And that's what I meant.
You got someone like Little D, that the white kid from Coney Island or something, I think, and he rhymes like that, and he's been doing it since he was 14, and he's got a good following, doing a lot of stuff with the Knicks, and everyone knows him. And he's got hair just like me, and he's just rapping, right?
Yeah.
But you're right, though. The majority of the younger generation is not doing it like that. So will the cycle come back?
Hell yeah.
I think it might.
Because you're telling people write better rhymes.
It could,
that shit's
a lot
coming
of people doing breakdowns now. A lot of people, looking at the different kind of wordplay. And I think that cycle might be coming back, because everything cycles anyway. So, I think, and I think even like you're even seeing a little bit of the phasing out of the mumble in replacement with some, the cadence is still there, but I think some of the bars are making it into the vibe music a little more, and then some of the vibe is making it into the bar music.
True.
Like maybe we're
intertwining.
Maybe that, yeah.
Maybe what do we call it? A hybrid.
A hybrid. Yeah.
You're gonna create a hybrid out there.
Now.
I know everybody's seen the logo at the bottom of the screen on the front page. That's right, baby. Alky water. Now y'all can scan that QR code and make sure y'all test some of the crispness water out there, man. Tell them the front page sent you, and it's how we keep everybody freshly hydrated on the show, baby. Alky.
Now, yeah.
But I do want to dive into your school. But before we do, I got a cold question. And I know you're going to answer it just the way I would need you to.
That's a lot of pressure.
I know it. Say you had your building, right? You got RHYMECOLOGY. It says it on the building. It's right up the street from here. It's just as big as any university. And everybody's paying to go here. But you can't teach everybody. And you need 5 of your favorite MCs to come help you teach at this school. Who are you hiring to come help you teach?
Mickey Fax, Chilla Jones, Pharoah Monch, Elzai, and probably going to go with, this is for writing, probably King Crooked.
King Crooked. How did I even forget he's one of the coldest to ever bless a microphone. Boy, Crooked got bars. I love that group he was in, but Crooked stood by himself too, though. He was the man. He had so many classic bars, bruh.
Well, just his 2019 weeklies. Well, that's all I can listen to. That's all I need to listen to. He dropped a song every Friday for a year, over like reprises of classic hip hop beats. And that writing to me is like, I'm like, that year right there, what he did there, that's all I need.
I heard that shit. That's dope as hell, man.
Yeah.
Talk to me more about the pendulum now. You said you wanted to get more into
so
I pronounced that right?
Pendulum Inc.
Pendulum Inc.
Yeah. And so speaking of cycles, we, that name pendulum is because things go this way, then they're going to come back this way. And so we kind of thought of that name because it's a school for MCs, mental health, which is what I run, and business, all hip hop. So in 2022, I got a call from Mickey Fax, and he said, I'm thinking of starting a school for lyricism. And I said, you can't do a school without mental health. Now, mental health, you got to do it. Yeah. And so I said, I can incorporate lyricism into the mental health. And so, we, along with battle rap legend Chilla Jones, who won multiple titles as a battle rapper and one of the greatest pens there is. And we kind of started this school, and then my guy, Official Rap Seminar, joined. And so this school is, there's nothing ever really existed like it before, because you're being taught by MCs, not professors who are like, when Eminem did that, he was using, a homophone and this, like, no, these MCs, and we created our own textbook with like over 100 different rhyming techniques in it. So
speaking of textbook,
I was waiting.
This is a different one. This is a different one.
We're gonna get to this.
We'll get to that as well. Yeah, but so our book, the ink book, man, it's got every like 3 different layers, 3 different levels. And so, you go from kind of the beginnings of the similes and metaphors, to the safety pinning and shadow boxing, which some people will call internal rhyming, but we call it, shadow boxing, internal. And then, we get to things like chain punching, which is this incredible technique. Then we get to, then there's, reverse punchlines where, a battle rapper is going to kick a punchline, and it's going to be a punch this way, and then it's going to reverse. It's going to be a punch the other way without taking out any words or syllables. It has to read this way a punch and read that way a punch. Come on now. So,
damn.
You got to be real talented, skilled, intelligent to pull something.
I want to go to the school.
Me too.
Listen,
he's saying styles that I never even heard of, and
I'm intrigued.
Sure.
I mean, when you have people like Sci-Hi, Method Man, Inspector Deck, Elzai, Pharaoh Monch, King Los, King Crooked.
Well, keep name dropping on
when they're pulling up to teach, you're going to be getting lyricists, not just rappers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lyricists. And so that's why they love coming to our school and teaching every month with us, because they see the kind of questions that we ask, right? And then our student of the month gets to rap for them. Whoever's the student of the month gets to rap for them. And, someone got a song with Corey Guns because he rapped for him, right? And like sometimes that happens. RJ Payne, someone got a song with RJ Payne because he rapped for him, right?
What requires being student of the month? I'm just, what type of
homework,
what type of songs,
we got homework. You got to get the best grades.
You got to be on top of your game.
You got to get the best. You have to have basically got to have the highest score for the month as far as your homework goes.
The hottest 16, basically.
I just doing the work, right? Not necessarily the hottest. Do you grade based on completion or based on So we got we have a few different teachers. There's people who teach techniques, and then there's people who teach style, right? So Mickey teaches advanced rhythm and style. Okay.
But Chilla Jones teaches advanced techniques. So anything you put down, he can, see through it and, see what techniques you have. He can count the syllables in his head in a second, and then, being such an accomplished lyricist, he'll say, you got a 5 on that, or you got a 4.5. So whoever gets the highest grade gets to be student of the month.
That's hard.
So you got to show up, but you also have to, have the best grades. So, man. So it's an online school.
Okay.
It's on Zoom. We started in 2022.
And if people want to reach out to you, how can they reach out to the school to get with you? Tell them right here on the front page.
PendulumInc.com. Or you can, DM me, Mickey Fax, anybody. So we've had students from across the world. We've had students from Indonesia. We've got students from India. We have, majority is America. Majority is still probably kind of East Coast. But we have had students from all over, and then once or twice a year we get together, writing retreats. We had a graduation in February in New York City. Pete Rock was playing beats for us, and our students were rapping.
Rock is dope too. He's a dope
Pete
producer.
Rock is a legend.
Yeah, he slept on when it comes to that, man. People don't give him.
I'm proud of you, bro, and I just met you, bro. To go from something that you loved as a kid and to take it here, that's amazing, bro.
And that's what I pulled from something you said earlier, is that you send over 100,000 hours, but you love it, so it doesn't really feel like that. I mean, you still want to be rewarded, no matter how much you love something and you put into it. You still want to be rewarded, but you love it to break it down like you break it down, and to teach other people, what you've gathered, because nobody taught you this, right? This is just you.
That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's a good point, because Pendulum Inc. is teaching a level to this that's hard to gain on your own. I did, my own studies. I did my own research, right? And, you know, I started writing down verses and looking where things were falling. And then, you know, I majored in psychology and got a master's in educational psychology and counseling. So, but my whole master's degree was how to heal people with hip hop. Yeah. My thesis was healing, how to heal urban adolescents through hip hop or something like that. And so when I talk about rhymecology is the science of the bar breakdowns like everyone sees, but rhymecology, the most powerful thing that rhymecology really is healing, hip hop healing.
Absolutely.
And so I work with clients one-on-one for many years now as a, you know, mental health specialist / rhyme coach. Yeah. So like you get both with me. So not only do we get to heal your trauma and drama, your wounds and your scars, but we do it through bars.
Yeah. I was just about to ask you, take me, if you can, give me a routine of one of your patients. Like what would you do? Like what type of music or what makes you go pick a certain type of song for them to hear? Or do you make them write something? What's going on with them? Like, how do you incorporate the bars in the music?
So look, I just get to know them over a couple of sessions, few sessions, get to know, you know, where the blockages and where the barriers might be, where the scars, more likely the scars and the woundings are, right? And then from that, I can kind of see, we might be able to make a concept EP out of this, where you talk about being young here, the early days, then the wounding comes. Let's write about the wounding in this song. What was that wounding? Well, what was the details of that day? How did it change you, right? And then, you know, as you're working with me, we're going to go through the wounding. So that means you're going to be ready to, you know, hopefully heal that. Yeah. And then we're going to write about being on the other side, looking back. So we got the childhood, we got the wounding.
That's hard.
Boom, boom. And then, so, you know, everyone's different, obviously, but we all have a wounding. Usually something happened between age 7 and 12 that hurt you.
Shaped you for life.
Shaped you, and you've been trying to either work through it, or you've been reliving it over and over and over again. So sometimes you just got to sit with someone and figure that out, and, you know, do the techniques with them to kind of acknowledge it and move past it. But I just do it in bars, though.
That's super dope, man. I got chills, bro.
Next time my wife say, you need to go talk to somebody, I'm fine. I'm coming to see Jeff. I'm out.
It might actually
I'm coming to see Jeff.
You had asked me earlier. That's part, you know, mental health is part of my background. So, and you know, our sponsor, Alki Water.
He's big on mental health.
Big on mental health. They have a QR code on the bottle that you can get mental health services. So I just think that's really cool. And I believe it, man. Music heals a lot of things. Music is the remedy of life. So, and I didn't know that. I didn't know that your background was mental health and that you incorporate. I thought you just broke down bars, which makes it even.
I was so impressed with the bars. I forgot to tell you about the mental health part.
Man.
Well, So look, this is where it's combined, breaking through with bars. So express, discover, and recreate your story through hip hop lyrics, right? So this is kind of the magnum opus, I think, for me, because, you know, in here we've got every chapter is, you know, talking about a hip hop legend, right? Belly of the Beast, talk about Sci-Hi right here. He wrote a song called 80s Baby, where he's rapping to his mother while he's in the womb. And he's saying, hey, Mom, your son is buried off in your stomach. I feel the effects of them drinks every time that you vomit. Smoking cigarettes. You said you would stop. You told me you promised. I heard you argue with man. I heard you arguing with the man. I could tell he didn't want it. So it's like he didn't want it. Like the man didn't want to be. And so he's talking to her saying that.
From inside.
And so imagine reading this book and then me asking you at the end here, if you could write a verse from the womb to your mother, what would you say? Right? Like these are different. These are different.
That's super hard.
Right?
That's
so
hard. Wow.
Cream, you know, how thoughts rule everything around us, law of attraction. Inspector Deck, you know, talked about it on Cream. You know,
King Crooked.
Yeah. So
West Coast finest.
So this talks about a little bit about meditation, you know, mindfulness. It talks about, I actually teach people who don't know how to meditate. I actually teach them literally power of meditation. I break down how can you do a meditation if you've never done it before. Okay, read this. Then once you get all that, then you get to all right. Childhood bars, you know what I mean? Ransom, Pharoah Monch, and PTSD.
Wow.
So it's all of our favorite MCs,
hard,
but it's mixed in with psychology.
And,
right?
and it's super, it's super
That's
deep
hard,
because now
bro.
you're teaching these youngsters how to relate to these other artists and how to express themselves through music, and you can really get that stuff out of you through them words. Man, I didn't know. I'm really,
Right.
How did
I'm a fan, bro.
He's
hard.
But how did I know that we were gonna snap? We snapped at the same time, and then we didn't
We
like.
didn't
It was
snap.
like it was.
We on
yeah,
one accord.
it's the vibe is
The vibe
good.
is real.
Yeah, it's
You
real.
feel me?
Yeah, it's.
And that's how you know. I do gotta know though, because I seen on Instagram, man, before we get out of here.
I love that.
You recently had Game on there. Game is one of my favorite artists in the world. And I would say this live on the front page. To me, he got one of the best rap album catalogs.
His discography.
Yes. His discography, catalog, whatever you call it. It
body
is-
of work.
It's one of the best production-wise, lyricism-wise. Even when he left Dre, he still brought that West Coast funk, but you brought up the Doctor's Advocate album, which that's almost my favorite album. Is that your favorite Game album? Is that why you asked him about that Doctor's Advocate
Well, I
song?
asked him about the Doctor's Advocate song because he was like breaking up, crying on it.
Crying
so
on
it,
that motherfucker.
So it went with my rhymecology, the class that I teach. So
Okay.
every time we have a legend, I always ask like a mental health type question, and I'm trying to inspire everyone listening to this, everyone at the school, like make sure that you incorporate, real life stuff in there and not like how we've gotten so far with the bragging and it's just gone so far, man. Like even if you listen back in the day, like even like a Big Pun or Fat Joe, like their first albums, like there would always have one like sentimental song, right? Or like, everyone had, and then we just kind of got away from it. So I'm always encouraging people to do that. So that's why I asked Game about that song. And if you really want to know, I feel like I still like the documentary the most.
Do you think? Do you?
Well, I do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I can honestly say 50 had a lot to do with that. That's probably why. He had a lot more, I would say, single type material on the documentary.
They're both
but
great.
overall, classic.
They're both
Doctor's
great.
Advocate, classic to me.
They're both great.
Shit, Jesus Peace was classic.
That's another one.
LAX was dope. I mean, Game, I can go on and on forever, bro. That's just what it is, man. Wop, you got anything to say to the homie, man?
Nah, man, I'm super glad you came out. You drove out. I'm super glad you doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. It's important to the hip hop community that it's important to the hip hop community. We've gotten so far away from saying things with meaning, like you were saying, how to manifest, how to, Cream telling you, like you said, what you think about is what you bring about. So it's so many layers to it. It's hard to get into all of it, but I really appreciate like what you're doing, man. It's super dope.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan. I thought it was just breaking down. It's bigger than that.
No,
it's
bigger than Nino Brown.
It's bigger than Nino Brown.
It's bigger than hip hop.
Hip hop.
Yeah,
Feel me? Hey, but before we do leave, I gotta tell you my favorite skit, bro. I was gonna tell you. He's like, man, I thought you wasn't gonna tell me. But I love the one, man, when you on the beach with your kids and you was listening to Jay. Cause I'm a big Jay fan. I love Jay. And when Jay goes, I Jack, I said, I ride, or you know what I mean. He broke it down. And he was like, hold up, he woke his did you hear that? Did you hear what he said? Except when I steal base, I dodged the pen. Did you hear what he said?
When I run base, I dodge the pen. Now that's why that's even more impressive, which I didn't get into because he was like kids were 11. Mm-hmm. Obviously, he's talking about running base.
But he's talking about running base.
But so that's a double. But also he dodges the pen. That's a triple right there because the bullpen. The biggest one is when he runs, he doesn't write, so he dodges the pen. He actually doesn't even pick up the pen when he writes.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. So I kept it. Everyone comments, oh, but you didn't talk about that. I'm like, yes, bro. You think I didn't know? I know it.
Right.
I just didn't want to explain running base at that moment on the beach
to my kids.
Right. But trust me, I know it. But I jack, I rob, I sin, except when I run base, I dodge the pen.
Bruh.
Pen. Woo. Anyway.
Classic.
So,
man,
yeah,
I am so glad,
yeah,
bro. We got the link up, Jeff, Mr. Rhymecology himself, bro.
Again, man.
On everything, homie.
Yes,
on
sir.
everything, bro. I swear, man. It's just, I appreciate the energy you put in to come fuck with us, bro. I appreciate you love the content. Cause I hit him, bro. I'm like, bro.
I know you did.
I'm a fan of your shit, bro. I think you are dope. You hilarious.
When he a fan, he a fan.
Well, look,
That's real.
but it's also a good lesson for people. Like, there's a lot of people have reached out. Oh, let me send you this. Let me send you that. But what's worse is everyone's just, hey, here's a YouTube link. Break it down. What? No, that's not what no. You talk to me like a person. You reached out, talk to me and then not only that, he said, what do I have to do to make it happen? Do you come to Vegas? I'm like, I don't really get out there that much. All right, I'm coming to LA. That's how you do it. Like, right. That's how you make things happen, man.
You feel me?
That's how you make things happen. Like, so I'm like, I'll drive an hour. I'll bring my man a book. Like, come on now. Come on now. We're gonna do it.
Hey, and that shows y'all. If y'all think somebody got it cracking on Instagram and you look up to their content and you like it, reach out to them. You never know what a DM can do.
Talk to him like a person,
right?
though.
Talk to him like a person.
Out of 100 DMs I get, maybe 3 people talk to me like a person, like saying my name or saying this and that. Like, a lot of people are respecting, but most people who want their bars broken down, no one says anything. They just send you something. And I'm like, number one, it's a business. Okay. This is a business that I do. Number two, if I wanted my bars broken down by someone like me, I'd be like, how much does it cost? I'm like, I'll do it. Like, like I want to get those amount of views. Like I don't like, so like, it's interesting seeing the mindset of people, like it's just different. So that's why I'm respecting you guys, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Right on.
Thank you so much, man. Front Page Podcast, bro. We here with Mr. Rhymecology.
Yeah, write better rhymes.
Write better rhymes.
Write better rhymes, man.
And communicate better.
And if you need to write better rhymes, tell them where they can go, mister.
Well, first of all, you can come to me if you want to. We did that whole breakdown of what the one-on-one coaching is like, which is fun because it's hip hop, but also kids deep, right? And then you can join Pendulum Inc. Like, we've got the dopest MCs, it's the dopest community, and we're like a family of MCs who talk about stuff like we talk about. And by the way, these MCs, we're all adults, so you guys should join, actually, man.
I will.
What are we talking about?
I'm a writer myself. I will join.
Yeah, for sure.
I will join just because I love bars, and you can never get the best you can be as an artist. Art forever grows. You got to always learn to be a better artist. You can always be better. And on that note, I am Mr. One Gotta Go Show.
And this is Mr. J Fowl.
And this is the Front Page Podcast, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. We got Mr. Jeff Walker in the building. Tell them where they can find you at on all platforms.
RHYMECOLOGY. It's just all RHYMECOLOGY.
And y'all know where to find us, baby. On the Front Page. We see y'all next time.
Long live lyricism.
All day.